Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Ad Nauseam. I am Scott, and we also have producer Pat. Pat, say hello.
What's going on, dude?
Not much. Again, I feel like every week you have a different background. So describe your background for the people who aren't watching.
Yeah, this is a pretty generic background. This is the Team Coco, the Conan O'Brien set from the TBS show, which is actually finishing up this week.
I was never a late night talk show guy. I do like monologue jokes. I like that format.
Fun.
But Conan was always kind of my favorite. If I had to pick one over the others, I kind of grew up in the era of Leno and Letterman, but I was a kid, and so I didn't really care. And I feel like Conan or Kimmel would be my kind of go-to guys if I had to watch a talk show.
Yeah,
you?
I don't think anyone, like right now watches talk shows anymore. I mean, I think podcasts kind of took that over. Yeah. And podcasts are also a better format because, I mean, on talk shows, that people are talking for 5 to 7 minutes, and it's all very
it's so formatted, and it's so predictable, and it's
overly produced.
You can't. No one's that good of actor to make it seem like, so like I heard you went to Turks and Caicos the other day. Like, you're just like, okay, you talked about that in the back. I get it.
Yeah, that was like Comics Unleashed with Byron Allen, which Norm Macdonald said couldn't be more leashed. But that was he would just set comics up. So he's like, now Scott, your ex-girlfriend tells me you have problems committing,
and I go right into a bit.
Yeah,
I just do my bit and I keep it clean. That's all. You couldn't say shit, damn, fuck, or anything. You just had to keep it clean. That's a great Norm line.
But no, so I'm with you. I did grow up watching Conan. Like, I feel like I'm about to turn 30, but when I feel like, but I still feel like I was the last of a lot of generations where I did have like a TV in my room. Like, I would stay up to 12:30 to watch Conan. Like, I couldn't record it. If I did, I'd have to record it on my VCR.
Oh yeah.
So, like, I do remember staying up and watching Conan, and that being my favorite. My senior year of high school, I went to go see him at the Midland when he did his
really
prohibited from being on television tour.
Right. I remember that. Yeah.
And that was super fun. So he was always the dude I enjoyed. But that having been said, now in 2021, the things I like of his more are when he puts out online content and his podcast. And I don't ever really watch the TBS show that much.
No, those things might be going the way of the dodo. I'm not sure. I'm not a fucking expert, but here's what I am an expert in: watching commercials. Okay,
bad commercials.
Bad commercials. And if this is the first time you've listened to Ad Nauseam, we are the most unsponsorable, unadvertiserable podcast you've ever listened to. We just rip on everyone's commercials. There's actually one today that I like, so I'm not worried about that. Yeah, but if you want to advertise with our podcast, we'll gladly shut up about your company. We can be bought.
Oh yeah, this can easily turn into sponsored content.
Yeah, we'll sell out easily. Like you probably don't even have to give us a lot of money. We'll be like, yeah, whatever you want, sir. We'll call you sir. We'll call everyone sir.
Yeah, no, we are self-employed freelance independent contractors right now. So I mean, any little bit of money would be fantastic.
We're not afraid of that money. Not afraid of we'll talk about stamps.com. We don't give a shit.
I will take $50.
Give me some MeUndies money,
MeUndies would be great.
That would be great.
I'm not wearing underwear right now. I could
well, let's get into these commercials. We have 3 today, and then we're going to do a producer's pick. Producer Pat has picked out a banger, I'm sure. So what's our first one?
No, I will say, now that I'm doing this podcast, I hate that I do this now, or if I'm watching TV or something, I do still have cable and I do have a DVR. So now if I'm watching TV and a commercial pops up, I will rewind it and pause it and take a picture on my phone so I know I can look up the commercial later.
Do the same thing. I got a little note section. I write it down, and sometimes I just write down like what the company is and like one word that should remind me of the commercial. And it usually does, but sometimes I'm like, I have no idea what that meant.
Yeah, there was an old commercial I tried to find that I couldn't, but this commercial that I'm going to show today was one a couple days ago that I saw and was just like, oh, nope, I got to talk about that. I'll get queued up here. The first one, I believe, is for Old Navy.
Oh, yeah. These are Old Navy does cheeky dumbass commercials that don't mean anything. It just like they like to just show bright things. And this one's called Old Navy Freedom.
Because we're getting into like July 4th. They're American flag T-shirts. This is their.
They love that shit. So this has a couple of things that I love so much because my background into, the t-shirt world is vast. I have worked for basically Champion, Under Armour. I have worked for resorts and golf courses and shit like that. I've worked for Retro Brand, which did a lot of vintage cool t-shirts. And every time I see like a t-shirt, like an AC/DC t-shirt in Old Navy, it just makes me want to fucking cry. I just hate that shit because there's nothing less rock and roll than fucking Old Navy.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I hate that shit. It is so fake. And those kids, I'm not trying to be like some hipster douche, but like they have no idea what AC/DC is. They have no idea what Thunderstruck is. They have no idea who Angus is. Like, fuck you. Fuck you for wearing that t-shirt. And I'm sure they didn't buy it. I'm sure their stupid parents did, but your kid looks fucking retarded. Okay, put him in something like, put him in a goddamn, I don't even know, Dora the Explorer. Like, what are the cartoons now? Don't put him in a rock and roll t-shirt.
Yeah, it's that's the thing now is parents forcing what they like on their children.
Yeah.
You see a kid wearing like, a t-shirt, like a Pac-Man t-shirt or something. It's like that kid doesn't like Pac-Man.
It would cry if it had to like play an 8-bit arcade game. They would hate that.
Yeah.
They want to play Fortnite.
Like the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies.
No. And here's my other thing. Like, I know that commercial is 30 seconds long, right? It probably took 2 days to film. I'm sure they did a lot of different things. There was a shitload of choreography, a lot of extras in it. But here's my thing. This is another thing I love in commercials. That girl was just shredding on the guitar, right? However, you don't even have to be a musician to know she has no idea what the fuck she's doing. You can't okay, it's like what, 4 chords? Just like, hey, teach her in those 2 days to kind of look like she knows what she's doing. She's all over the place. And there's this really funny, I grew up on pro wrestling. The Hulk Hogan's entrance music was "I Am the Real American." Anyways, he play like on the Jumbotron. He's playing guitar for his own intro, and and the monster. He's everywhere. Like he's not even. His fingers don't even look like they're in tune with the song. And so that's my biggest problem with this Old Navy commercial. Tell teacher, just be like, hey, just keep doing this. And you'll nail it. You'll at least look like you know how to play a fucking guitar. Otherwise, because they just go nuts all the time. They just, no matter what.
In every movies, TV, when someone's playing guitar, it's just like, man, couldn't they try a little harder?
I'm telling you, you're pumping a bunch of money into this. You might as well give a fuck. If you care enough about the choreography, you should care enough about this person. Like, she doesn't even look like she knows how to play Guitar Hero, and those aren't even real chords. Like you just gotta fix. You gotta fix her. You gotta help her. You gotta tell her, listen, I know you're an idiot actor. You probably have no dexterity or athletic ability or coordination, but here we go. We're going to try.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Bradley Cooper Lady Gaga movie, A Star is Born.
Oh, never even seen it.
Have seen it a bunch of times, but Bradley Cooper learned how to play guitar for the movie.
Right.
But it's dubbed over like he had Willie Nelson guitars actually play the music, but he learned how to play, so he's playing the real chords.
That's all you need, man. It's a fucking illusion. I don't need him to learn how to play Willie Nelson chords. I don't. I just need him to look like he knows how he plays Willie Nelson chords.
Yeah, he doesn't need to play as well as that person. Just look like you can. You're a fucking actor.
God, I hate Old Navy so much. All right, next one. I think it's because they just like they're like Old Navy and what's the other one that's all child shit. You can't go in there as an adult and like maybe you buy an ironic tee there, but otherwise if you're like 8 years old, then you can shop at Old Navy.
Yeah, it is for children.
It really is.
So this commercial is for Zillow?
Yep. And it's called Susan's. This was the one I actually enjoyed. So go ahead and run this one, Pat.
Okay, listen up. Selling our place, buying this place. Thoughts? Negative me.
No.
Shouldn't have started with you. Spontaneous me. Already ordering drapes. Antisocial me. Lazy me. We gotta sell our place, sort out finances. Stressed me. Does anybody have anything helpful? Helpful me. We don't need to stress about lining it all up. Zillow can help with that. And that's why you're my favorite me. 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 And me.
Me. Me. Me. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just love that just because it's a great idea. I don't know how you feel about it, but I feel like they can do so many of these commercials now with this same theme, this same idea that if you're not watching on YouTube, basically this woman walks in to a very large kind of like conference room, and there's a bunch of herself wearing the same outfit surrounding this big, long conference table. And they all represent a different, emotion or value of her. And so like, she just keeps going around asking the lazy one, the negative one, all that kind of shit. I just like this idea. I think it's a lot of fun. This is one of those ones where I don't think I've seen a lot of Zillow ads, but I feel like they can keep running with this one. This one's, I like this idea.
I like it too. I'm with you. I think this is my first time seeing a Zillow ad.
I think it's mine too, actually.
But I mean, they are a pretty big company. Like, I mean, that's kind of the site that you use if you're looking for an apartment or a house or whatever.
Yeah, no, that's what I used when I was leaving LA, coming to Denver. Like, it's a thing. It's a real thing.
I was gonna say, I think LA is when I like discovered it or found out about it.
Yeah, because we would Zillow, like so many times living in LA, you're walking through you're walking to the beach, and there's a house like. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath house. You can tell, and you're just like, I need to know how much this costs. So you just punch in the address and you Zillow the shit out of it. It was great.
Yeah,
and you're like, oh, it costs $2.7 million, and it's the size of my dorm room.
Yeah, that's so true. And yeah, but that was because that was the thing in LA. Or on the other side, you're walking in like a neighborhood where it's like, or you're in North Hollywood or something, and you're like, oh, that's a huge piece of shit. I wonder how much it is. $750,000. It's still insane.
Here's the one thing that Zillow doesn't tell you, because anytime anyone in LA told me that they owned a house, my first question was like, what do you do for a living? Are you a doctor? Are you a surgeon? Are you a movie star? Like, I don't have any friends that own a house. not one. I even had rich friends, and they were even renting. They were like, they're spending like $3,800 a month on a closet, basically, but it was still there. It was, I don't know. I just didn't know any homeowners.
No. Yeah, that's not a place that people bought homes, especially comedians and people that we knew. They were not in a place where they could buy a home.
No,
maybe,
so
maybe in the valley.
Maybe in the valley for sure. Maybe in Long Beach, but not in LA proper, not in Venice, not in Santa Monica.
God.
So I just like that one. Like, we don't need to spend a lot of time on it because I mean, I'd prefer to shit on the next commercial. Yeah, it was a good commercial. Like, they should be patted on the back. They have now basically commercials for the next 2 years. They could easily do this same idea with different, personality traits around the table forever. They can just make it as funny as fucking possible. They knocked it out of the park with that one, so they can do it again.
Yeah, I agree. So
good job, Zillow.
And you hated this next one though, right?
Yeah, fucking pissed me off.
Get it queued up.
What is this Dial?
Hell yeah, it is.
This is Dial body wash commercial, which is, I mean, like, I don't even know where I saw this one.
Well, this is unexpected. New Dial Clean and Gentle Body Wash. Wow. It's been dermatologist tested. Nice. And it's gentle on skin. So soft. Made with vegan ingredients. And none of these. Does it also call your mom for you? Because that would be very cool.
Oh, fuck you.
What does vegan ingredients even fucking mean, man?
I don't know who's eating their shampoo.
No shit. I don't get that. Like, I'm not getting dared every single. I'm not 7 years old getting dared by my friends to eat dish soap. I'm not. Yeah. Like, I don't get what the vegan. So that means like no animal testing, animal.
Is it gluten free? Is it keto?
Well, I don't even. Yeah. Is it cage free? Is this cage free ingredients? Because I don't get what this means. Now, granted, I'm stupid. I am not a smart person. I wave at dogs. Okay. Like, I am a fucking moron, but still, I don't get what vegan ingredients mean. Just come out and say, hey, we don't test on animals. Pat yourself on the back like that. Or we don't use animal products, whatever. I don't even know. I watch Fight Club, but I still don't know what the fuck goes into soap. Okay. I I really don't.
I think you're right. I think what that means is that it's, they don't test on animals, or it's,
free of animal product.
Yeah. But like, say that, don't say vegan free.
It's blatant. No. This is like one of those ones where, okay, so recently Victoria's Secret has started to like not use their bombshell models.
They're getting rid of the angels.
They're getting rid of the angels. They're going to have like fucking social justice warrior Megan Rapinoe, subway bitch Megan Rapinoe, and all these other dipshit woke assholes who aren't going to look good in these panties. And even if they do, what's the fucking point? But either way, like this whole vegan process where they're like, hey, we make this has vegan ingredients. They're okay. Now they've alienated a lot of their people, like a lot of their customers, and they've just gone for a very minute source amount of people in the United States. There was like, hey, fuck it, we'll go for the 2% people who are like, there aren't. I don't even know if it's vegans are 2% of America, but even that, I feel like they're just gonna lose money on this. And like now, honestly, no one probably cares, but like that was a strategic move to use the word vegan very big on the commercial screen. It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, you think vegan, vegan free, vegan friendly, whatever, you think that it's going to be for food, not
right.
Like a shampoo or soap.
And also the people who give a shit about what's in their soap, that is a minuscule amount of people.
Yeah, they're not buying Dial soap.
I've never looked at that shit. No, they're using Tom's of Maine fucking herbal natural soap or some shit like that. So I just don't get the marketing approach, I guess, but like fuck off with this vegan shit. I'm not eating it, like you said. I'm not drinking it. I don't give a shit. Oh, what's up, girl? Sorry. Hot chick just walked by my apartment.
But I'm with you. Like, if you're going to work that angle, then make it about animals. We don't test on animals. Like, that kind of appeals to everyone.
Yeah, don't piss me off with the word vegan. Fucking tug on my heartstrings. Being like, hey, we don't kill rabbits for this. I'm like, oh, that's cool, Dial. Good job.
And you're right. Most people that are buying Dial soap are just going to buy Dial soap because it's cheap or something. Yeah.
It'll be next to
because it's vegan.
Yeah, they'll be next to the Axe body spray, body wash, and they'll be like, I don't want to smell like a bro, so let's get some of this Dial. Yeah. They're not going to turn it they're going to turn it around and read the instructions and ingredients on the back. They're not.
No, the all-in-one body wash consumer does not really care about vegan products.
No, we're cheap people. Okay.
Yeah, and that's only guys that really, by the way, are buying the 3-in-1 body washes.
Yeah, as I say, like Dial is, I hate to sound like a misogynist, but Dial is probably like more geared towards the ladies because I first of all, I buy Dr. Bronner's menthol mint shit off of Amazon because that shit is awesome. And I shower like once a week, so it stays with me forever.
Yeah.
I
use a bar of soap. It might be Dial.
Look at you. Ivory, maybe some Dove, maybe Irish Spring.
I do like Irish Spring.
I don't hate Irish Spring at all.
It's very fresh.
All right, well, let's fuck that vegan shit. I don't like it. Now, since we got those three out of the way, let's go to the producer's pick.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, this is cool. This is a part we're gonna edit out. Hey, here it is. It's ready.
There we go.
Producer's pick. Yeah, this is one. We've done Humira before. I believe it was.
I think so. Yeah.
A woman in the band who kept having to leave to go shit.
Yep, and the band was extremely diverse and
equally upset with her diarrhea.
And remember the one of the scenes where everyone is on stage. They're not playing anything, and the crowd is just sitting there waiting. Like they're not doing anything. They're just waiting for their lead singer. I'm like, this is not how bands operate. This isn't. They'll just stay in the back until she's done taking shit.
Yeah, they would not come out or like at a Dead or a Fish show. It's like, just do instrumental. Just fucking play the drums for half an hour.
Like the keyboardist was talking to the bass player, and they're just like, is she gonna show up? I don't know. Yeah.
And the audience would be fucking going nuts because
I'd be throwing shit at them. Fuck it.
Audiences don't do silences.
Also, it was daytime, so they were obviously the opening band. they weren't the headlining band.
There were like 4 or 5 other bands after them. Okay, yeah. So this is a Humira ad, very similar to the last commercial here.
Okay. This one's called "Remission is Possible."
You know it is.
Like many people with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease,
you and I.
there. Be right back.
It is.
But my symptoms were keeping me from where I needed to be. So I talked to my doctor and learned Humira is for people who have UC or Crohn's disease. And Humira helps people achieve remission that can last, so you can experience few or no symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood.
Close your garage.
No shit!
Allergic reactions and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, remission is possible.
Pat, that was an absolute fucking gem. That was great. Okay, so let me just
it's the same as the band commercial.
No, it is. I get the theme. I like that they're still doing this kind of theme. So basically, here's the commercial if you're not watching on YouTube. These two ladies have a podcast. And one of them, there's a black lady and a white lady, and the white chick just cannot stop shitting, right? So she has to interrupt the podcast. She interrupts kind of like their meals together.
Yeah.
They have this, what looks like a killer garage studio.
It's
but
huge.
Like, and like, so the whole thing is they're kind of waiting on her. And then eventually she takes the Humira and she's back. She's like able to like, have dinner.
Podcast.
Yeah. Do the podcast. So here's the visuals of it are great because first of all, there's one scene where her friend is just sitting there in their little garage studio and the girl just like lifts up the garage door and walks in. I was like, I don't think that's how garage doors work anymore. Like and plus what I love is like their whole garage setup. It looks like a TV talk show. It's beautiful. They've got like a couch. They've got backdrop. They've got their own sign. They have an on-air sign. They're killing it. But here's the thing. They showed us the back. They showed us the whole garage. There was no TV cameras. There was no cameras anywhere.
It was an audio podcast.
What is the point of doing a podcast with that kind of scenery if you don't have fucking TV cameras? This is insane.
The production, design was insane. It was a beautiful couch and little rug in the background.
Am I supposed to hear the feng shui on your podcast? Because I don't think I fucking will.
Yeah, they had the logo for their podcast on both their laptops.
They're going for it, but like, do you have guests? I didn't see any guests.
I was gonna say, what do you think their podcast is about? You think it was like a sex podcast? You think they were talking about getting railed?
Well, see, here's what God, I'd listen to that.
Hope so.
Yeah. Here's my other thing I was gonna say. Like the sexual overtones between these two are high. So are they together?
Oh, they could be.
Because every time that the white chick entered the room, the black chick was like, oh, there she is. There's my girl.
Yeah. And she was like really concerned when she was going to take shits.
She's like, oh, how long is this one going to take? And so like, if I was the director of this, I'd be like, hey, like we got to take down the sexual undertones. Like you look like you want in this girl's butt right now. And, but maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know. But it was just a lot happening in this commercial, Pat. You picked a fucking, like I said, an absolute banger.
This was the one I saw on TV, and I had to watch it a couple of times. And I was,
well, there's so much going on.
Yeah.
Also, it's so funny. Do you? This is so stupid. I'm gonna bring this up. Do you remember the movie Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back?
Yeah.
Honestly, I watched it in college, and it's gonna stick with me forever. I think it's one of the funniest fucking comedies I've ever seen in my life. However, there's this one scene where they get in a van with like Ali Larder, Elijah Dushku, and Shannon Elizabeth, the American Pie chick, and they're eating fast food. And then Jay goes, "Don't you know that eating fast food makes bitches fart?" That's what and they just get mad at him because like, and then in this like commercial, they're eating onion rings, they're eating hamburgers. I'm like, hey, how about you fix your fucking diet, man? This is why you're shitting all the time.
This is why you can't stop shitting. Yeah.
Now, if you want to keep eating this way, you're gonna have to take Humira. But goddamn, like eat a salad or something.
Yeah, have a smoothie or something. Throw some fiber in there, maybe.
God damn. It was just funny because like I don't like this one, like the black chick was just crushing onion rings and the other one was just like staring at him like, oh God, I want those, but they'll kill me.
That was my favorite part. The way she was looking at her eating onion
rings,
just like, oh my God, I need that.
So yeah, I love this kind of stuff. Plus, But why this kind of doesn't work in the same sense as the band commercial that we were talking about previously, the band has to be on stage at a specific time. They're a public thing. They can do this podcast whenever the fuck they want to. So like
you can stop recording to take a shit.
It was just those two. I don't know who turned on the on-air sign, but like it was just those two. You can wait. You have 24 hours of the day to take a shit, and then you can do your podcast.
Yeah, they're not live. They're not actually on air.
There is a big pet peeve of mine with podcasts, and this is just going to get off onto a tangent of mine, but like I hate when I'm listening to a podcast and people start eating. I can't listen to that shit because first of all, it annoys me because it's very, what's the word I'm looking for?
Disgusting.
It's very disgusting, but like it's fucking rude too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's inconsiderate. That was the word. It's too long. It was too long of a word. I couldn't think of it. It's inconsiderate. It's gross. It sounds like shit.
Yeah.
But like, also, I get what they're doing. They're just like, oh, this is how casual and carefree I am. I can do anything while podcasting.
Yeah.
I get that, but fucking stop because it's making my eyes water. Like hearing you smack your fucking food. That was
I turn it off.
Yeah. Oh no, I do too. I have podcasts that I love, and I have friends' podcasts that I love listening to. And once that shit happens, I don't skip it. I turn it the fuck off.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I don't need to hear it this week. I guess I'm done.
There's no good reason. Sometimes like when I try to go to sleep at night, I'll just turn a podcast on my phone and I'll set it like just, turn off when the episode ends. And that way I don't, think about my own thoughts and my own mortality and whatever else.
The Sunday scaries and the Monday scaries.
Yeah, so I usually put on something stupid, and I put on like Topher Grace on Whitney Cummings' podcast one time, which is one I didn't care about. So it's like, I'll have no problem falling asleep.
Right.
But there was a point in the podcast where they both start eating chicken sandwiches.
What is happening?
Like, I couldn't fall asleep. I was like, I got to turn this off now because this is driving me crazy. But it's like, why would you eat, especially a sandwich?
Yeah.
Like, I understand if maybe like if someone's telling a story and maybe you decide to throw a couple almonds in your mouth or something, you can kind of do that off mic, but still that's bad.
I can hear it. I can hear it now.
Well, it's just amplified.
It's amplified. And also, I already know I have rage issues, but like this really brings up some fucking rage issues in me because I get mad because I'm like, you're basically just saying, go fuck yourself, audience. Yeah, like, that's what I feel like you're saying. Go fuck your audience. You don't give a shit about your audience if you're doing that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think early on, people didn't know the rules. Maybe, especially like I remember an episode way early on of Mark Maron's podcast where he had Chris Rock on.
Yeah,
Chris Rock ate chicken wings the entire episode.
What?
And wings, by the way, are the worst thing that you could eat.
Juicy as shit, and they're messy.
They're fucking fingers and
No, I'm turning that off. I'm turning it off all the time.
Yeah, but like that was like 15 years ago or something. Like, I mean,
people are still doing it, man.
Yeah, but now people are aware that it's like people hate that. Like now people are aware that like, there's comments and they're like, don't eat, don't do this. People hate that.
I don't know. That fucking bumping mics Netflix doc that Attell and Jeff Ross did. Jeff Ross is on stage at the Comedy Cellar eating fucking chicken wings. And I'm like, dude, you're on television. You're being filmed. Hey, you fat fuck. Eat this shit before or after, man. I don't get this. I do not get this.
I mean, like, not only are you doing a live show, but this is being recorded for Netflix.
Fucking Sylvester, or like Bruce Willis is in the audience. How about you not be a fucking slob right now? All right, fuck, that's enough. Fuck that. God damn it. All right, Pat, give out your social media credentials.
Yeah, I'm at Patrick Moore KC on Twitter and Instagram. Check me out there. I don't post a lot anymore, so it's exciting.
It's exciting. What's your other podcast that you do though?
Yeah, I do one called KC Top 5 for an independent magazine in Kansas City called The Pitch, and we make top 5 lists about Kansas City. It's dumb listicle entertainment. I had someone tell me it's excellent background noise, and I will take it.
That's awesome review. Fucking, I mean, it's probably like a 3.5 star review, but like, put it down.
Yeah, it's great for if your commute, you're doing laundry, you don't have to pay attention really.
Yeah.
It's definitely better if you live in Kansas City because that's all we talk about. So
That's true. But this is nationwide, our podcast, ad nauseum.
Right.
We got no borders, baby.
Yeah. Ad nauseum pod at gmail.com.
Yeah. Email us your commercials that you love or hate. We'd love to see what other people like, what other people don't like. Follow us on social media, mainly don't do Twitter. I've really slacked on that one, but Instagram is there. That's at ad nauseum pod. Otherwise, yeah. Oh, follow me at Irrelevant Scott. And yeah, I'm good if you're good, Patrick.
I'm good, buddy.
All right. Like I said, that was a great Humira one. I can't wait for the next Humira poop commercial to come out.
Yeah, and I get what they're doing with the podcast, trying to be hip and cool, but it didn't work.
All right. Well, until next time, thank you all for tuning in, I guess, watching. Who knows? 4 people watch on YouTube, so they're out there.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
All right. Till next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.